Greetings everyone, this is Mike Wright, the Astro Sherpa, dropping in with a spatial report. We are looking at a moon entering Taurus, which is just past its final square, the closing Dexter square with the sun back in Cancer. So this moon will be a little more grounded, but it's going to look at these things materialistic, earthy, and we have Mercury stationing retrograde right on the 15th degrees of Leo, sextile Venus at 15 degrees of Gemini. And we have Uranus, starting to disrupt the education structures and institutions, and we're seeing the old deep state kingdoms complaining about tyrants. How the very measure of hypocrisy. So we're seeing some major, rebellion going on from all directions as this massive switch and change is, unveiled. But this Mercury retrograde is showing us, we have to take the time and look at the old kings and monarchies and, their structures tied to religion, belief structures. So here in America, we have a separation of church and state. We don't have a monarch or a king. We have duly elected officials through a democratic means, under a structure of a republic. Long live the republic, they cried back in Rome. And our founding father said, may you hold on to the republic for as long as you can, because the natural instinct of people is, mob rule. So the majority wants something, that's the emotional waves, but it takes something durable to withstand a temporary emotion. That's what the temporal world is. Something born, something grows, and then it dies. But when you have a measure of a number, the number is eternal. So we look at all these numbers and patterns and try to make sense of this beautiful creation we're in, because it is created through numbers and music. Music is harmony. Noise is chaos. So when you can take things and create yourself, you are doing something beautiful, and that is justice. Justice is good and beautiful, not revenge or balancing the scales for offenses committed against you. It's simply finding that which is true and beautiful and good. That's the Trinity. So we're going to take you on a little field trip, because the outer world drama, and Mercury's right in this drama zone, stationing to go retrograde, is making this beautiful sextile to Venus. So Venus is this feminine energy in, school systems, children, so this is all about these wild abuses of children over decades. So major things will be revealed. And we have Mars down here creeping up closer and closer to the South Node. So the South Node is a body. It's a refinement, but it doesn't have a head. So Mars, our desires, can literally go off the tracks, but it's also can take away this, dominant war force, so we can reach peace in the kingdom. Or the kingdoms across the sea. Here in America, we are a free and independent people. And to celebrate that, we have a dual party system. So that keeps red and blue in check. Red is Mars, blue is Jupiter. So Jupiter's right there rising, and there's Venus. And that moon made its final square to the sun, crossing over Chiron, the wounded healer. So people's identities are being destroyed. Relationships, Venus did her retrograde, and new star point there in Aries. So that is this new identity, but also new potentials bursting into form. So the new world opening up. So let's go look at this gorgeous moon. There it is. Back up here, and we'll get a shot of Miss Venus too. She's right to the left of that pine tree. And that moon is gorgeous. Just a beautiful waning light there. And there's Venus. So Venus right there passed over Aldebaran too. So Venus is in that area where Jupiter was earlier. So, and Jupiter and Mars had a big meetup. So this is a lot of, power harmonizing, into this new world. So we're getting a peak, but all this energy with Neptune and Saturn in retrograde, that's the old structures trying to fight back. But their lies will be revealed in the end. So amazing time to see the greater worlds outside of you and inside of you. So understanding the threefold process of a physical, an emotional, and a mental state. And when you combine that into one, now you're into a higher conscious state of being. So lots to process, so be wary of Mercury retrograde